Hey, welcome back to the channel. Today is maintenance day. I gotta fix this. So this is the spare ATV that I keep around. My boys will probably, they'll obviously get old enough to, one can hope they get old enough to ride this thing. It's just a spare unit I bought a long time ago. It's a 1991 Yamaha Moto 250 utility quad. It's only a two-wheel drive, and it's an oldie but a goodie. I bought it for a trip up to Utah to the Paiute Trails. Buddy of mine back in 2005. Wow, that's like 20 years ago. That's crazy. 2006, 19 years ago. We were planning a trip and wanted to do 1 week ATV riding on the Paiute Trails. I obviously wrote that, which that back then was 3 years old. And we were gonna rent one for him. We're gonna rent a unit, and it came out to like $1,300 to rent one for the week. And I was bitching about it to somebody I knew, and they're like, hey, I got a quad in my garage I don't use, give me $1,500 for it. So this was it. So my buddy that went with me, he gave me the $1,300 he would have paid for the rental, and I paid the rest, and I ended up with it. So it's kind of a cool deal. I added some LEDs on it. It's been about a year since I wrote this. It was with my buddy Eric. It was up in the rain. It's probably about a year. And but it sits a lot, and it gets the ethanol clog going on in the carburetor, or maybe there's just crap in it like sand. So I need to get the carburetor cleaned out, and which this quad is fairly easy to work on. The carburetor's right there. Unlike the Honda's a little more buried, but this carburetor is right here. And so I should be able to get to it. This one is bolted on. It's got a couple of nuts. It's not one of them hose clamp things, but so I got to get the carburetor out, and I got to get it, cleaned out. If it was on hose clamps, I could just spin it and get to the jet, but it's not going to happen here. Looks like I need maybe a 10 or a 12, 11. See what the fuel filter looks okay. Gas in it's probably a year old, but I run Chevron 91 in it, which has the least amount of ethanol, and so it's okay, but I do need to run it more often. That's the problem. I try to run it once a month, but sometimes it can go 3 months. Without it going. So those are actually a 10 millimeter, 10, and a Phillips. Some pliers. Yeah, I like actually riding it. When I bought it for other people to ride, so they can accompany me, but turns out I just give them my quad and then I ride that, because it's pretty cool to go back, like to something really simple. It's a semi-automatic tranny. It's a 5-speed. You still shift it, but there's no clutch, if you're familiar with those. Let me get this thing undone real quick. If I rode it enough, I wouldn't have the problem. Get to that other bolt or nut. Get my fancy pliers. One of the most used tools in my shop are these little 45 needle nose. Remove the throttle slider like yay. I'm gonna oh, the choke thingy. Always forget about the choke thingy. Get the drain out. I think that's a 12 millimeter. It's not a choke, it's an enriching valve, and it screws into the carburetor. So you need to remove it. I think it's a 12. No, looks like a 14 or 13-ish or something like that. It's old age. That's what it is. Old age. Take both. It's a 14. There we go, there's the unit. So this thing, you know, it clogs up over time because of the ethanol or stuff in there, and you start to have to run the enriching valve for it to run prolonged, you know, like longer than normal, and then you have to run with it on all the time, and then it gets to the point where it doesn't even want to run with the enriching valve. That's when I clean it out. I need to put some like preservative gas in this thing or something like that. You know, like race fuel, like no ethanol fuel into it. Here, sop up some of this. Make the Molotov cocktail here. And so it doesn't, it looks pretty clean. There's like no sand or residue in there. But let me grab a screwdriver. Take the jet out. We got some goofy going on in here. Oh, there's crud in there. I had an O-ring in here for some reason. Like, don't know why, if I lost a spacer or it's not plugged here. Let's check this jet here real quick. Guess what? No light. But I do need my glasses. Do need my glasses. Yeah, this one had crud in it for sure. This little guy had crud in it. Pull this other one. Yeah, it's got crud. I don't know what was going on in here. Why did I put something in there? Well, let's blow it out. So air alone will not clean out a jet. If it's got ethanol in it, you're gonna have to like rot it out, and the best bet is use a wire brush. Use one of the strands out of a wire brush to kind of break it loose in there. Use a smaller diameter wire. There. This guy is pretty clean. Got that. Got that. So this one's got an O-ring. So there's no gasket on this one. This one actually has an O-ring on the carburetor. So you don't have to worry about it too bad. I'll put this guy back. Cold start valve in there. Need to get the air filter hose back on. No, it ain't gonna go. I gotta remove the air filter. That doesn't even work, does it? Actually, yeah, I just had to fight it on there. Wasn't gonna budge. Get them carburetor nuts on there. Got that one. Got that, the throttle. Got a breather tube. Got the drain tube. Like that. Then the fuel line. We'll let some of that run out. There. Tool check. So, a little felt thing is not sticking to the air filter. Supposed to be like that. Let's silicone it on. We'll silicone it, stick it on there, and then this battery's about to die. No, silicone is, the tip's dry, so I am gonna just use gasket cinch. Put it on there like that. Now I just gotta set it in there the right way so it can dry. All right, let's see if it fires up before this battery dies. Ignition. Oh yeah, it's already 1,000 times better. It wouldn't have ran when I turned off the enricher valve. Take it for a quick spin before this GoPro battery dies. Reverse. Yeah, this wouldn't have ran the way it was. Especially with the, yeah, this runs pretty good. This is running pretty good. Yep, it's running really good. Give it a try here. That's the ticket. Go for it. Anyway, before this dies, thanks for watching, and until next time.